Alright, everybody. Let's find the game. Over here? I know you're there, game. Wake up. There you are. Hi. Hey everybody, I'm Somebody Nowhere, and I want to do more Citizen Sleeper. I think we're kind of just gonna do this like last time. I'm gonna go cam off so I can relax as much as possible, read the text as it comes, make some tricky choices on occasion with the dice that we get, and yeah, I'm just gonna see what story beats the dice decide to let us have. When last we left our hero, we are a sentient consciousness that exists within a robot guy. We are kind of disassociating. Like, we know the things that happen to our body are impulses. Like, we've been able to be injured, but we recognize them more as impulses than actual like feelings. So yeah, our guy is not doing great. We have last session we did end up getting a health injection or whatever, and so we do have way more dice to work with tonight, or at least to start off with. We were able to become friends with the bar owner, and we were able, so we've got that as an additional job that we can take for somewhere to put our dice. We've got a couple of spots where we can put bad dice in the alternate world. Like, I'm not in the other world of the ship. Like, it looks like there's a couple of good places we can put the lower rolling dice. I don't know how long we have to go before we level up, and maybe we can like make even our bad dice do good choices. But yeah, we have something following us. Here, we'll get started on it. Yeah, we're on the 5th cycle. So yeah, we're about five days in. And I think we did finish the cycle that we were on, so we should have some dice up on the top. But let's go ahead. I'm gonna cam off and then just, lay back and then just, read the text as it comes. I mean, these are not the best dice, honestly. Like, 1 and a 1, but 2 5s and a 4 and a 3? I mean, 2 5s, yeah, 5s are gonna be good. We can use 5s in almost anything and get a good one. 2 1s, I'm not loving that. Here we've got, we're mostly stable. You're not too late today. I literally just got going, so you are good. We doing a light little recap before we decide where to go with this, because when we finished last time, we ended up with a couple of 1s. We got our roll. Yeah, I was on there for a little bit, but I'm gonna recline in my chair, and it's mostly reading as a whole. So maybe I'll come back on screen, for the outro. But yeah, just sort of relax and try to decide where we go with our dice. Did we find out what this was? Oh, this was buying some scrap, sitting down to eat dinner. Well, I will be here reading all the nonsense. So, it looks like this is Let's see. We have 43 cryo. We do kind of need some more energy. So, how much was food? Where's the food guy? Oh, here it is. We do still need to become friends with what is it? Emphas? Because that was one of our skills that one of our tasks that we had up here. Something like, yeah, get to know Emphas. So we could probably spend 15 of this to get enough energy so that we don't lose too much on the next roll. Or on the next cycle. So I think let's go ahead and have some spiced fungus. At least we know this won't fail us. So yeah, we got a bunch of energy, we got a little bit of points in fungus, so this is all just progress to hopefully become friends with Emphas. So, let's see. We don't have enough money to buy a vial of stabilizer, but we are fairly stable. Let's see if there's anywhere that we can put these ones. Because, like, let's see, what is this one? Oh, we don't have that. What do we have for data? Actually, wait. Do we have that? No, wait. We have the cipher. We don't have the data. So, that's something to look out for. So that's not something for us today. Shipyard. Okay, the shipyard has this is danger, but it's +1. We could feed a 5 into that and do pretty good. Assist a shipbuilder. Oh wait, there was one of them that of here, yeah, the yard. We want to make sure to do enough of this. Like we could probably skip this one turn for one cycle, but if we can complete this, then we can get to like. Let me see. How bad is this? It's either 50-50, neutral, or negative. So I don't think I want to go with that if I can avoid it. Because I feel like we did have something in this zone that we could use a 1 on. It gets us... We've got a hunter pursuing us, and I don't know exactly what to expect, but... Let's see. We do not have the cipher. Let's see. Let's see if we got anything we can put the 1 in. Nope, we need a 2 on that one, which is kind of unfortunate. Up here. Again, a 2. Wow. We ended up getting 2 extra dice, but they're 1s, and they just aren't good for us. Ooh, wait. Slot the Solheim cipher. This gate conceals a network system which has been untouched. So if we do this, we can get something. Alright, we got gate access, and we lost our cipher. With a squawk of noise, the old gate flips open, granting access. Okay. That's good, I think. Oh, we need a 4 for more of that. What do we got here? Ooh, good. Something with a 1. This node is leaking corrupted contractor lists and from the early days of the system's Palladium Rush. So this gives us somewhere to put a 1 that, you know, at least gets used. It gives us a, you know, we're going to get a little bit seen by the hunter, but it is what it is. Alright, we got some Ooh, we got the Solheim data. Something needed that. I forget where it was. Oh, see, now the hunter's a little bit closer to finding us. Okay, that one needs a 2. Where was the Solheim data? Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them that need 2. Yeah, the hunters got their eyes closed, so we're okay for now, right? They don't see us. Unfortunately, we've got something coming. Like this right here, I think is what was it? Yeah, we are being hunted by something that is following the ship. So that's kind of bad. It's kind of bad for us. But, you know, we've got other things that are a lot more pressing. Was this the one that wanted the data? Yeah, this one wants the Solheim data. So, Fang will pay well for Solheim data you dredge up from the Eye's old system. What he does with it is anyone's guess. So, you know what? We've got this. Let's go ahead and see if that gets us any more text. Or just complete some of the thing. Alright, we got some points in scoping the system. We got a little bit of cryo. Let's see. He just wants more and more. Okay. Fang's eyes light up as the data is transferred over. He hands you a stack of chits and waves you off. Alright. Let's see. This one again? Oh, it's just a clock that we're waiting to have fill up. I want to do this one over here to find out more about the ambergris, but like, we've got other stuff going on. We've got a good amount of money, I'd say. What's in the low-end gate? Oh, we need a whole 60 to pay the toll in the low-end gate, which we don't so much have that. In the market, what do we have? We are not good for here. We can find out more local knowledge, though. -1. So, okay, this -1, we have a 25% chance of a negative, but we have a 75% chance of either neutral or positive. Like, it feels risky for sure, but I want more story. I want to know more of what's going on. I'm gonna roll the dice, as it were, and take the risk with one of our 5s and see what we get. Just fingers crossed, no negative. Alright, we got the neutral. We got a neutral outcome for more local knowledge. So, the Bright Market is the busiest part of the Eye's lower rim. You can find anything and everything. Ooh. New drive discovered. What does that mean? Build a ship mind? You've heard talk of a fabricator owned by Ort Exchange, and that with that and a few fragments, you could build a ship mind core and gain access to the Ort fabricator. Oh, that's what this is here? Alright, so we can become a trusted trader. Scrap components. The Ort Exchange is always hungry for new hardware to buy up and break down and sell off. You are happy to supply it. So we don't have any scrap, but we do know where to get some. I kinda do want to make sure that we finish this shipyard, or the scrapyard thing, though. Let's see. If we put in a 4, what do we get? Again, 4 is risky. We could put in a 5, and that's 100% guaranteed positive outcome. We could... So yeah. Again, it's in the middle, so it's like... Oh boy. Let me see. What do we need for ambergris? We can't even rewire the drones. I kind of want to use the 5 on the ambergris, just for positive. 'Cause I want to know more about this, because seems interesting. I almost feel like we're not going to use this last one when we go, but let's do this, see if we get any kind of story or just general ship progress. So, alright, we gained only 1 point. We got a neutral. We got a neutral and only gained 1 point of ship shape, which, it's fine. I want to know more about all of this, so every little bit, I guess, helps. Alright. We're going to roll the dice that this comes out either positive or neutral, and not negative. Fingers crossed, no negative on this one. So if we can get this either neutral or positive, we should hopefully get back in business. There we go, neutral. We got 10 cryo. We got back in business. Should hopefully give us more story. No? Oh, here we go. Pragmatic salvager. You arrive into a buzz of activity at the yard. Red blinking lights flash across a vast dark shape, suspended below the dome. They flicker across scorched hull plates and bent structures, spilling from holes in the twisted shape. The cutter is huge and has been torn apart in some violent encounter. She's a beauty, isn't she? Dragos stands to the side, focused on the hulking ship as it's lowered into the yard. I mean, yeah, she is. It's nice. I should thank you. This place was on its last legs when you turned up, and now look at this. Ship descends slowly, its interior visible through multiple hull breaches. You struggle to gather the same enthusiasm as Dragos for this monstrous craft. You can't help but think of what became of its crew. What happened? Yeah, what did happen to the crew for this thing? What do you mean? He glances at you. I managed to convince our salvager friends to give it to me on credit. That's what happened. No, what happened to the ship? It's not my concern, he shrugs. The ship creaks like a calving iceberg as it reaches the base of the yard. Dragos is visibly excited. I know I said you shouldn't stick around, but I'm gonna need some help with this one. The drones start to crawl over the hull, their lights illuminating flashes of dented hull. Watching you wonder if you've arrived in you wonder if you arrived in a similar fashion, locked inside that container, the wreck of the SN ARP freighter lowered into the yard like a corpse ready to be butchered. Or was the container delivered to Dragos on its own? A womb for your rebirth into this strange station. You shudder. Perhaps, if you could learn something about this ship, you might be able to trace the path that led you to this yard. Dragos squeezes your shoulder. After these past cycles, I think we're up to it. What do you think? You see the fading name of the ship emblazoned on its side, Winter Light. Let's do it. He claps you on the back. Glad to hear it. Come back in a few and we can make a start. A real beauty, Dragos repeats, perhaps just to himself. You take one last look at the shattered ship as drones start cutting, and then slip out of the yard, feeling suddenly cold in the empty passage. Ooh, we got an upgrade point! We've got an upgrade point. Okay. You completed your first drive. Each drive completes Each drive completed unlocks an upgrade point to spend on upgrading your character. Access your character menu via the arrow. I mean, that... If we... wait, it wasn't this one, it was this arrow. Okay. So... if we put another point in endurance, that'll just make it so that we can use worse dice on endurance rolls then, right? Let's see. Keep 2 dice even when condition is breaking. I don't know what condition is breaking means. Oh, it takes 2 upgrade points to get this upgrade. Oh. So are we better off upgrading one of these other ones to get a power up, or see if we can wait and get an upgrade point? Well, what is this? Chance to gain random scrap on engineer actions. Chance to randomly gain cryo. Sounds nice. But also gain energy after engaged actions. We don't even have 0 on Intuit, which kinda is bad. So we could take that to neutral. I don't know how far off we are from getting another upgrade point. Let's see. Let's try to get cryo from interface actions. Oh no, wait, that's literally what interface actions is this. I don't know how frequently we interface. And while we have photosynthetic skin available to us, it's like we have other ways to get money, so let's go back. Like, let's see what all we have available. Oh, not that. Like, what is on the ambergris? It's engineer and interface. That's delivering data. At the shipyard, we have an engineer and we have an endure. I feel like we're not going to use this die. I don't think we have a good option for it. Okay, we could buy some scrap and see if we get anything interesting there. 50-50, neutral or negative. Ooh, that could damage us, but I kind of just want to use the die just to see what happens, you know? I mean, we press our luck a little bit. It's bad that it's dangerous, though. I don't think we're going to find a better place to use this die, so... let's try... Oh, we got a condition, but we did get a little bit of cryo. So we did take a little bit of damage to our condition. We still have the 5th die, I think. So it was worth a shot, but unfortunately all we got was a little bit of cryo. Let's see what we get. Scrap allowance lets you buy a few crates, but not much more. Let's see. Alright, random scrap item, and we increased our scrap allowance. You hand over your chits and they point you to a crate of salvage. Time to see what you bought. Feeling lucky? Okay, we got a ship mine fragment. Could be reassembled with the right tools and a few more fragments. Alright. Because... I don't think we have anywhere. Like, I don't know where the ship mine fragment goes. But I think now we just rest and see about the next cycle. Go back to our empty container and move on to the next cycle. End cycle. All right. This is good. This is nice. This is a good collection of dice. All right. So we're losing our stability. Was going down, but we do still have 5 dice. We could probably, let's see, what do we get for 2? 50% chance of that. Does 3 give us? Again, it's 50 or a 25% chance. This will get us, what is it? A little bit of energy if we wanted. Let's see. We're still waiting on this as a timer. Where was that food? Or the bar? We could work at the bar. Yeah, we could work at the bar. The Overlook clientele can be a tough crowd, but you have Tala's back, and that means a lot. We have a... Nope, we don't have anything better than a 5, than a 4. Well, we have this, but I don't feel like I want to use that on this. I want to use this on... If I want to use this on anything, I want to use it on the ambergris. Yeah, both 3 and 4 give roughly the same thing there. I kind of want to use the 2. I thought we wanted to be woke citizens, though. I mean, we are the citizens of the world. In this space world, we do everything we can. But we are a sleeper in that we are a weird robot man guy thing. How's it going, Mimo? How did your driving go? I wasn't able to catch your driving session, but I think I saw you posted a video of when you were the driver. I was only able to catch a little bit of Desert Bus Express over the weekend. Well, that's good. Like, I think I saw a comment on Director Stephanie's Discord where as soon as she was driving, apparently that was when her cats really, really, really wanted attention and to interact, and it's just like, no, it is not time. Alright, so let's decide where we can go, because I think there was 2s and 3s in the hunter zone. You know what? Let's see if we can do something for the ambergris, because... Ooh, wait, what is happening here? Oh! Huh. Dragos seems increasingly nervous about your presence in the yard. I was driving very erratically because why should you drive straight during Pride Month? Good point. You're not sure he's going to hold this nerve. Huh. I did not... I don't like this. This isn't good. Wait, if we put 5 in this, what do we get? 50-50. Stretch, I can stretch. And drink, I can drink. I'm mostly as reclined as I could possibly be as I read this. Complete. Thank you. Alright, so investigating the winter light means picking through the systems and structures with care. It won't pay, but you may find answers. Okay, and what's the other one? Shipbreaking is tougher than slicing up salvage, but Dragos is happy to pay you a fixed wage if you're up to it. Are 3 and 4 neutral? 3 and 4 have a 25% chance of negative. It did not complete those. It was weird. Computer, why are you doing things? So, I want to find out more about the ambergris stuff, but it's like, now we've got a clock on this here, and it's like, because, like, I want to know more about this, the damaged cutter thing. We can't rewire the drones. We don't even have enough interface. We can help repair the hull. 100% positive should give us maybe 2, but it might also give us a little bit extra something, hopefully. It's just, I want to know more about the story behind this. Alright, let's go ahead and do this one, because I do want to know more. And we'll use one of the more risky, or the slightly more risky 4s on helping out the other person. Ooh, yeah, we got 2 points. That's good. I mean, it was going to be a positive outcome, so... Alright, so... Dragos, let's see what we can do to help them. We put... Is a 3 and a 4 the same riskiness? Same risk from a 3 and a 4. You know what? Let's see, what was it? Didn't we have like something with a 2 in here? Okay, we've got 4 in here for Solheim. Yeah, there's a 2. It's squeaking out protective protocols like a mantra. You know what? Let's see what happens. Let's see what it gives us. Alright, we got some more Solheim data. And, again, the Hunter is just a little bit more increased there. I feel like that's a problem, but that's a problem for future me. Oh, hey, there's a 1 here. Do we have enough for a 1? Or did that just suddenly show up? The 2... Nothing else there. What is it we have? We have Solheim data. Is that the one that the other guy said that he would give us money for? Let's see. We're in the yard. Yeah, Fang. Yeah, Fang will give us some money for Solheim data. Fang wants to get a look at what the data is. Yeah, sure. We've got Solheim data. And this will help us with Fang. Alright, we got 15 cryo. We increased our scoping the systems. And yeah, Fang is happy to have this stuff. Alright, let's take some risks and see what we can get here. We do kind of need to buy another vial of stabilizer at some point. So we're going to need to buy another vial of stabilizer at some point. So what can we do with 2 4s and a 5? Or 2 4s and a 3. So do we have any +1s that we can use that on? Okay, there is +1 on unload the container. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to like, do we have any other +1s? Because we have any that are default of +1s.
No, I don't need that. I think maybe next cycle we have food again. We're not going to eat this cycle. I'm sure it's fine. Let's see. If we increase another one of these, it'll make the selection a little bit better. We have anything that uses that's going to be interface? Randoms. Ooh, also random scrap item might be good, but I don't know how frequently we've got engineer or interface. Let's see. Okay, we've got an engineer here. If we get a +1 to engineer, we can actually make some good progress on this, I hope. Yeah, let's go ahead and put points into engineer. Yeah. Now we have a chance to get random scrap when we do an engineer skill, which I want to do over here. Oh, we didn't get the 1 point. Maybe it's because it's not a new time yet. Maybe next cycle. Yeah, maybe that's how it works. Oh. Yeah, I guess we don't have it yet? Or is it not available until the next cycle? Because we've got +1 on this for the photosynthetic skin. Maybe it's next cycle. Maybe it updates when we update our cycle. Let's see. Let's go ahead and unload containers. We'll get a little bit more money. There is no negative to this one, so... Actually, wait. Let's not use that. Let's use the 3, because the 3... Oh. I guess not. You know... Let's roll the dice on this one, as it were. And we got a... 1 in 4 chance that it's bad. So... Alright, neutral outcome, 15 cryo. It's fine. Alright, so what else can we do today? We could haul materials. Let's see. Oh wait, didn't we still want to try to help Dragos? Let's try to do this. Hopefully it, Dragos, it, helps with their nerves. Let's see. History or no, this ship is salvage, as Dragos always says. Break it down and move on. Alternatively, we've got Winterlight, Wrecked Cutter. Dragos has brought in salvage as a history to discover if you're curious. I am curious, but we do not have good Intuit. Let me bring you up to speed. So far this session, we haven't made too much progress story-wise, aside from helping Dragos finish getting their ship a little more up and running. We were able to get their ship up and running, but now they're on a clock of nervousness. It stretches out of stock. Yes, that's because it just stretched. I'm also as reclined as I could possibly be. But, let's see. But we're trying to help out Dragos. We dropped off a point in one of our skills. I think it was engineer, and I don't know how we get the point for that. We've got all these different things we can try to be doing. I'm trying to help out the ambergris because I really do want to know more about it. And we did, I think, buy a thing from Memphis, which we'll probably do another one on the next cycle. Let's try for this one. We got a 1 in 4 chance of something bad happening, but nothing bad ever happens. Why would anything bad happen? No. Shit! Well, we just lost a die. finally got an ETA on the December. Sheesh. So that's bad. We just had a bad situation. We got a little bit of cryo, which is good. We need, what was it, 100 for the vial of stabilizer. It looks like on our next cycle, we'll probably only get 4 dice. Try this one more time. Actually, you know what? Let's see if we can find one that has a +1. Okay, we can get a +1 on this, and it'll give us a good amount of money. Let's see, what does the ambergris? Actually, wait, what's on the ord exchange? Anything? Nothing good. Let's see. Yeah, at least it says here. I get the feeling like if we try to do this and then we get the negative, it fills in this the ambergris getting grounded thing, and I don't want that. I want to find out more about this ambergris ship. All right, let's do this. Underestimated the interest. Kind of short. I mean, the thing is, they announced it out of nowhere, and people really just did not expect it to be available. And then I think what their response was, yeah, we can produce this. It doesn't include RAM or anything like that as a technology, so it was going to be easier to produce than the steam machines and things. All right, let's do this. It's got a 50-50 of either neutral or positive. There is no negative, so we're just going to at least get a little bit of money. Ooh, and we got energy. Ooh, that's nice. Signed up for a steam machine. The page is live. That's good. Let's see. We need to survive. Also, study the winter light. Yeah, steam machine should be good. Alright, so where's the doctor? How much is it? It's 100. I don't want to buy it yet, but then again, I don't know if this is another one of those things where it's only temporary. Because if it's another one that would end up taking us back up to 100 again, I think what we do is we move on to the next cycle. I think we've only got 4 dice, if I'm reading this right. Let's go ahead and do that and see what we can, like, whatever this is coming. I don't know exactly what to expect, but let's go end cycle. Okay, we lost a little bit of energy, and yeah, we did take a little bit more damage. Oh, they are halfway to hunting us. That is not good. Also, look, these dice are so bad today. The dice that we got, so bad today. Okay. Yeah, so we don't get the bonus here. I guess that's maybe one more. Yeah, I guess that's one more. Oh well. Although if we do use efficient extractors, or if we have anything in engineer, we get a bonus or chance. Yeah, I don't like that. Look at it. Like 3 of our 4 dice are not good. Even if we do something in endure, I guess again it's a 1 in 4 chance. So yeah, if we can find something in endure, we can have a 1 in 4 chance of it being okay. 1400 includes controller, terabyte, range from that, depending on the storage. And I mean, makes sense. If you want something half decent, yeah. Probably put the 5 in this one. Because I still want more help with the ambergris. Alright. Ooh! And we got a random scrap components. Isn't there something that wanted scrap components? Yeah. The Art Exchange is always hungry for new hardware to buy up. 6x6, form factor, impressively small. Yeah, it's like, if it can run the things it needs to run well enough, good going. Break it down, sell it off, and you are happy just... Yeah, let's go ahead and see what we get out of this. Because we just got a thing. Alright, we got 12 cryo and a point in trusted trader. Let's see. We can do something in hunter mode, in the hunter area. Some gang of enforcer implants are chirping out comm signals. Time to see what they're talking about. Sure. What could possibly go wrong? Oh! We got some kind of Yadigan hardware. Yeah, Yadigan data. And again, the hunter is more and more... Like, I want to fill this up partly to see what happens story-wise, but I also don't want to fill it up because it doesn't seem safe. Alright. We can put one of the 2s in here. The Havanage member is broadcasting on an open network, leaving them open to data extraction. I'm trying to figure out, like, where do we have that wants this data? Okay, we do have 2 things here that could take... Yeah, we have 2 things in the data area. 3 of them. Who hid this and for what purpose? So... What was it that he wants? He wants Solheim data. Oh boy, let's do something risky and see what happens when we wake up the hunter. Because I kind of think that's what we're heading towards. Oh boy. Alright. Let's do it. Because we've got... These 2s aren't going to be good for much else. Because they're either going to injure us, or... I guess that's the worst case scenario. Let's see how bad the hunter is. Where is it? Okay. That's a Havanage agent. Where is... Leaving them open to... You know what? Let's go. Alright, we've got 2 of that. Like, we've got a whole bunch of Havanage data. Oh, I don't like this. The hunter is closing in on us. It's the premise. Never played it. Think of it kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure kind of science fiction story. And in this, instead of, do you want to, fight the monster? Go to page, 205. If you want to run away down the halls, go to page 25 or something. Yeah, no, I don't want to choose. Yeah, this is kind of in that same sort of vein as like a choose your own adventure kind of story. But in this one, you you can choose choices, but you can only do them based on the dice that you have. So like these things here are resources to unlock more information and such, but the problem is every time we do something in this information zone, in this area with the nodes, it catches the attraction, or it catches the attention of the hunter. We did have an interaction with the hunter in the first session, and I kind of want to trigger it just to trigger something, because we haven't had anything other than that other thing. We had what is it? The interaction with Dragos earlier. But yeah, I kind of want to see what happens, because it's not like we have anything else to use the 2 on. Like if we put a 2 here, it gives us a 1 in 4 chance of something bad, which isn't necessarily bad. So the way that it works, 1 and 2 are, what is it, 50-50? Like 1, like something like, what, 1 is 50-50, 2 is like, I think 1 and 2 is 50-50, 2 and 3 are this breakdown, 25% positive, 50% neutral, 25% negative, and then anything higher than 4, so a 5 or a 6 will give you, I think, what, 5 gives you 50-50 chance of neutral or positive, and then if it's a 6, it's 100% positive. And yep, this is kind of like a space station, so there's a lot of different people on it, and our character is a human consciousness inside of a robot. Like they gave up their humanity to become a robot. It's part of the story we're trying to figure out, is why they, sent themselves away. But yeah, so the way that it goes, if you get neutral, it's usually, it's not bad, but if you get positive, then you tend to get more progress towards whatever the thing is here. If you end up with a negative, then you take damage here. So, and this damage here, if this damage goes down, as this damage goes down, you get fewer and fewer dice for interactions each cycle. And I think it's if it bottoms out, game over, you die. But we do right now have enough money to fix ourselves. Then you've also got this energy right here. If this energy on the bottom part zeroes out, or it goes down to nothing, then you also take damage. So it's all about mitigating the damage up here, or mitigating the damage while getting progress on the different things. So like I want to know more about this, but we have to be able to fix the hull. Also, different interactions require you to have various stats. Like my interface stat is not good. Like the character I chose was an extractor, and actually no, their interface is not that bad. So I guess you have to have a minimum of plus in interface. But yeah, so our character started off with -1 for Intuit. So anytime the game wants us to use our dice towards an Intuit roll, we lose 1 point. So that kind of sucks, but it's, the risk we take. I am going to trigger the hunter because I want to see what happens. Is this one? The keynote. Oh boy. It's got a neat art style and an interesting sort of vibe to it. Alright, let's get got by the hunter, probably. Okay. The data here is part of a cache tucked away during the collapse. Who hid this and for what purpose? Alright, we got another encrypted key here. Also, I did not like that noise. That was probably the hunter, wasn't it? Alright, here it is again. we got the hunter. A glimmer in the dark catches your eye as the orb of the hunter's head appears in the distance. It is looking for you. Run or hide, run or hide, run or hide. Hide. You slip down into the ghostly structures of the eye, a feeling like passing through a cloud as their data structures deform and reform around you. Another glimmer catches your eye, closer now, that roving orb, wreathed in tentacles. It flickers, jumps once, twice, and then it's here. Hunter is here. Entities submit to inquiry. Hunter reaches for you. In that unpleasantly familiar way, its waving threads creating a cage. A struggle? You push against the threads as they close in, becoming frenzied as you push them aside. You're caught by whipping tendrils and feel them pulling you away from the anchor of your body. You push through, clearing the threads. Entity, hold for processing. Comes the scream from behind, but you are already gliding away, back to your anchor, your body. You awake, dizzy, distorted, but safe. That could have gone so much worse. That could have gone so much worse. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, no, that hunter encounter. Alright. Alright. We've got so much resources here, but we just need to find the things to use them in. Let's see, what does this one want? Oh, just straight up 60. Which I don't think we want to pay 60 there. Anyway, so we are going to... What's the dog? What's coming? Merchants willing to run the gauntlet of the Hellion system are rare, but those who do always return eventually. So this is okay, so one thing I didn't explain in the game, you've got things that have a cycle clock that will happen just based on cycles. So they fill up over time. Like this one here just gradually fills up over time, and I guess, if you don't take care of it, you're gonna have a problem. Like this right here, something is hunting us, not in the same way that the other hunter is, but something is approaching the ship. Like it knows that we're on the ship and it's trying to get to the ship, and it's only just a matter of time. But let's go ahead and end this cycle. I think, hopefully, we should still have 3 dice. But we did take some damage. It looks like, we did take some damage from the hunter that we encountered. Because, yeah, this was like up here, wasn't it? We're probably only going to have like 3 dice for the next cycle. So this next cycle is not going to be amazing, especially if we get bad dice rolls. But let's go ahead and see what we get. So yeah, we did get hurt a little bit in that encounter with the hunter. Okay. So we've got a 2, a 4, and a 5. And we super need to get energy. So yeah, we need energy. This still has need to fill. What is this one here? We could work here for money. I think let's just buy some more fungus. We can get some more fungus fan points. I don't know how much energy this gives us, like, if we don't have it full. Alright, let's have some more fungus. Okay, that's good. That gave us 3 energy. I'm good with that. I'm fine with that. All right, we've got a 5, we've got a 4, and we've got a 2. So, what's at the dock? Oh, we're waiting for the salvagers, like that were there, to come back. I still want to help the ambergris, is the thing. Yeah, I still want to help the ambergris because I want to know more about this person. All right, let's go. Like there is no negative on this one, so got 1 point from a neutral outcome, which is fine. Okay, sure. Dragos. Engineer. That's not great. What else can we interact with? Shipyard? We can haul materials. Let's see what we can get there. That one from the 4 turning into a 5 becomes a little bit better. Do we have anything that can get us money in this cycle? Because... Wait. Sealed dock? Did we not? Oh, we have some of this. Yeah, we have some of this. Let's go. 2 maglocks to open this up. It doesn't look like anyone has been inside in years. Let's see what happens. Let's see what we get. Alright, we unsealed the dock. Or we got some more points in unsealing the dock. The maglock thunks open and you can remove it from one entryway onto the next. Okay. Ooh, what is this? Mysterious machine. Neovend. Ooh, look at this thing. As you slip inside the sealed dock, a pulsing light grabs your attention. Among the discarded tubing and rusted plates, a machine flickers with a warm glow. Approach the machine? As you get closer, you recognize the machine's blocky shape, settled into an alcove in the side of the dock, a kind of upright cabinet. It's covered in faded logos and messages, from which you assume it was once an industrial vendor, intended to dispense and manufacture ship fittings and other mechanical parts necessary for regular running of freight and resource extraction vessels. The manufacturer is listed as Neovend, and you remember an advert from long ago, squeezed among all the off-world recruitment drives that assaulted every planet-born citizen, which chirpily sang the name over and over. You wipe a layer of dust from the cracked screen, thinking of those contractors squeezed by their own corporate employers to pay for every bit of minor maintenance on their rented ships. Enter your registration, chirps a pre-recorded message, catching you off guard. I don't have a registration, but let's press some keys. What could possibly go wrong? You reach for the keypad, and something begins whirring. At first, it sounds like servo motors starting up, but it quickly becomes a whisper, a whining, then a multi-tonal voice that emanates from Neovend. What? Entity, they hiss. Speak with me. Who's there? There's a squeal, almost like some strange mechanical swallowing or intake of breath. Before the machine speaks again, I have need of you. You have need of me. That squeal comes again, and you see that it is a 3D printing apparatus in the upper part of the machine, resetting into place so that each time the servos can be orchestrated to produce that whirring, whining voice. Is this a good thing? Are you in danger? Are you a vending machine? A squeal. Chose this vessel for its seclusion. Please listen. The machine creaks. You are marked for deletion, entity. Hunter tracks you. The screech rattles through the empty dock. Wait, how do they know this? How does this machine know this? You remember the strange head, the figure, the threads closing in. Yes, we literally just had an encounter with the hunter. But yeah, the hunter. The hunter protocol. They taste your signature. The sudden whine sets your teeth on edge. You have seen them. This is the gift of an emulated mind. You close your eyes and the skeleton of the station starts to thrum. Emulating minds are adaptable. Emulated minds are adaptable. Move where neurons cannot. The mechanism resets, but emulation makes you a target. Wait, how are we adapt? How is an emulated mind adaptable? Like, yes, you can move through networks, clouds, hardware, software, Neoven winds. But you cannot hide there. Hunter is there. The servos judder the vending machine casing as they rest. Hunter searches for me also. Hide in this machine. You look at the ruined vending machine, an unusual hiding place for sure. Can I counter Hunter? But need entity outside. Can counter Hunter, but need entity outside machine. The light flickers. Need you. A screen attached to the vending machine from a swiveling arm comes to light. Or comes to life. Where's arm? Is this arm? It displays a flickering map of the station, ghostly threaded. The cloud points along the rim glow in deep red. Hunter is always gathering. Too much data. Must build nests, explains Neovend. Masters are gone, but continues hunt. Bring this data. Raid its nests. Wait, masters? What do you mean, masters? Station builders. Solheim. The machine rumbles impatiently. Long gone, their protocols still haunt. Bring offerings. Save self, Neovend says pointedly. Mutual need means friends, they conclude. Tired of the conversation. The whirring amplifies and then suddenly drops, as mechanisms within the machine click back into place. The glow fades, and you are left stood in the dark of the sealed dock, that whirring voice ringing in your ears. Okay, that was different. So yeah, we've got disabled. Ooh, okay, that disabled tracker. We need to do that. Free the Neovend. So, how do we extract the hunter data from the Neovend for the Neovend? Alright, Neovend believes the hunters compulsively gathered data might hold the key to escaping its tenacious search, so we need hunter data somehow. Okay, because what do we have? We have encrypted key, yet again data, and haven't it. have an edge data. So, let's see. Wants data on the Hunter protocols, so we might counter it. Okay, we've got a 2 and we've got a 4. We have enough money for this technically, but I still kind of feel like we need to save up and make sure that we have enough for the vial of stabilizer. Like, I feel like it's like we have to keep taking the stabilizer. Like, so that just means we have to make sure to have enough money for stabilizer each, several cycles. I am not feeling like either of these are good to use on this. I think we need to use the 4 on something that has a plus, but we can... Whoa. Hunter nest? What do we find out here? Ooh. We do have a 2. I mean, we do have a... Yeah, we do have a 2 right now. You recognize some of the data tangled into this nest. It's a partial log of your recent movements. I want to know what happens. Okay, let's see what we get. We got some hunter data. That should be a good thing, right? I mean, the hunter is coming for us, but they're always coming for us if we do anything in this area. What is this? A 1. We do not have a 1 currently. So I guess, yeah, the hunter nest, we need to see what we can do about the hunter nest. Let's drop off one of this, because I have no idea where else it could possibly be useful. So let's deposit that. It's 1 of 3. Let's find somewhere to put this 4. Nothing good here. Do we even have anything that has a +1 for what we want? Okay, so we can haul materials to get some more points as a yard hand, I guess. I don't know if this will give us more, like, I don't know if yard hand how it will benefit us long term, but this is the best, or the at least safest place to do this, so. Oh, that did use our energy, though. As a neutral outcome, yeah, it ended up using our energy. Alright, we still have another hunter, or a hunter something, coming for us. Yeah, someone is out there tracking us, and they are on our trail, so let's go ahead and end this cycle. We'll probably, lose another couple of energy, and probably a little bit more of this. Alright, let's, end this cycle. Ooh, those are very good dice. Those are very, very good dice today. We need energy. Yeah, we need energy for sure. Ooh, the merchant freighter is back. Alright. Unfortunately, we do not have the right stats to haggle over prices. Which is unfortunate. Let's see. Let's have another, order some more fungus. Everybody loves fungus, right? Gets us a bunch of energy back. else we got? We're waiting on this to come back. You want anything else? Nope, just the one. I do want to help the ambergris still, but let's see if we can do anything for Dragos. I want to know more about this. Also, this is now so full. Let's see. 5? What is 5? 5 is... Like, this is 2 6s and a 5. Like, we have so much here. Like, we put the 6 in here. We can hopefully find out some more about Winterlight. Let's do this. This is repeatable also, so... Only 1 point from a neutral outcome. Ugh. Let's put the 5 here, because we do need a little bit of money. Because at some point we are going to need to buy that vial of stabilizer. Ooh, there we got a positive outcome. So we got 2 points in that one. That's good. I like that. That's good to see. Okay, we've got one more 6. So aside from if we use it in a in something that has a negative, we should get some good out of it. I don't really think I want to use it here. I still kind of want to use it in the ambergris, mostly because I want to progress that story, or at least get us closer to finding out more about it. I don't think it'll finish it, but it'll get it closer. A lot closer. Like, next cycle closer. Let's do it. I want to know more about this ambergris stuff. The ship. So. Ooh, what did we get? We got a perk efficiency from things. So we got scrap components. Where was the thing that wanted the scrap components in the exchange? Yeah. Let's see what we can get out of this. Alright, we got a little bit of cryo and a little bit of trusted trader. Alright, so we have enough that if we need to, we can buy the upgrade, or we can buy the stabilizer. If we buy the stabilizer now, we'll have like 2 dice, right? So what could possibly go wrong? I mean, we have all the money we need, right? Although we don't, well, wait, we have 119, so if we needed to spend 15 on some more fungus or whatever, we totally could do it. Alright, let's do this. Stabilize me. Stabilize me, please. Alright, we got 1 stabilizer. Wait, what? A passkey for an apartment found wrapped around a stabilizer vial. That was not what I expected to find. Toshiro takes the chits and hands you a vial. When you ask after Sabine, he doesn't respond. Okay. So we have the stabilizer and we have vial. Okay, hab block. As you quickly leave the surgery, eager to be away from Toshiro's glare, you notice something wrapped around the stabilizer vial, clutched tightly in your hand. You open your hand, and a thin film, marked with holes and sigils, unrolls from around the vial. At one end, it has a hard metal strip, a handle. Let's inspect the film? You hold the cloudy film up to the light. It's perforated with an ornate pattern of holes. You can make out a word among the markings. Passkey. Is this an entry key for somewhere? Inspect the handle. The metal handle is worn and pitted, but you can see a set of numbers imprinted into it, 207F, and then crudely scratched into the handle at some later date, low end. For a moment, you consider going back to surgery to return the key, and then quickly think better of it. Did Sabine want you to have this? Or is Toshiro passing on a message? Time to head to the low end and find out. Oh, we don't even have the low end unlocked, so we did get an upgrade. If we put in the point in engineer, it'll give us the better options for engineer. We still don't have good for intuit, but I like the idea of having two different things we could choose that will be better. Use scrap components at the home to repair conditions. So this, now I know what this means for text-wise. Like, if we have extra scrap components, I think I want to do this. It'll make our engineer options just a better chance to be better. So still kind of is not good for our intuit down here, but let's go. Like, we could do this to gain more cryo. Chance to gain energy for engage encounters. I think I'm just going to do this one. That way, if we have bad dice, we can at least work around it. How do I use the thing? I don't know how we use this. Yeah, how do I use... Okay. Well, so we need to get enough money to get into the low end. So, and additionally, this is still a ticking clock. This is still a ticking clock. Extract the past. Extract Solheim data for Fang. Oh, that. Fix the ambergris. So yeah, we survive. Alright. Let's end this cycle. See what we get, because I don't know, like, is literally just having the stabilizer enough to refresh us, or what? I'm confused. Alright, let's... Oh, here we go. Here it is. Without regular doses of stabilizers, sleeper bodies actively decay. So this is how we use this. This will give us all of our dice for tomorrow. I think that's, like, we still have whatever this is coming. Alright, our condition is stable and refilled. Although I feel like well, if I would have waited until the next cycle, we wouldn't get all the dice, right? So let's end this cycle, and I think tomorrow, or the next cycle, we have to do something to get more money. Alright, 2 1s, so that's not amazing, but 2 5s and a 3, it's not terrible. Let's go eat to get our energy. that also kind of takes us out of most of our cryo. We are almost out of cryo, but I also kind of want to do this so that we can get to know Emphis better. That'll at least give us some more text on that. All right, we've got Fungus Fan completed there. Emphis, what you got? Sleeper, Emphis calls out to you, a booming voice that echoes through the corridor. Tell me a story. He throws a handful of chopped mushrooms into his wok, the fire leaping up to meet the oil. I see you. Cycle in, cycle out, but we never speak. Tell me a story. What kind of story? Any kind. He pauses to drizzle something from a plastic bottle into the wok. But one of yours, he looks up at you. Nothing stolen. You pause. The spice is rich in your nostrils, and you think about the kind of story you'd like to tell Emphis. You look at Emphis, the listener, and imagine he has heard it all before. Perhaps he would enjoy a strange story, something with some spice. Let's tell him about our dreams. I mean, we're a weird robot who has dreams sometimes, right? So all the sleepers, you tell Emphis, had dreams. Some were simple, memories left over from the emulation process that had become tangled up in their minds and would come out when they slept. It wasn't rare to hear a sleeper in the dorms scream or cry out in the night. But your dreams, those gray, skeletal afterimages of systems and structures, of threads and patterns, weren't like the others. They weren't memories or nightmares. They were reflections of reality. Distorted, yes, but somehow true. You learned back then to keep quiet about them. You let them flow through your mind like water. That was until now, until you arrived in this place. Now your dreams colonize your waking life. They slip behind your eyelids with every blink, and now you understand they aren't dreams at all, but some process of interfacing, of speaking, of living in another world that flows through this one like smoke through air. You tell him that you do not know if there is a reason for your dreams. Perhaps, you reason, it is just some side effect or particular quality of the frame you inhabit. But whatever it is, it's a gift, and you hope to make use of it. Emphis finishes cooking and squints a little at you. Sleeper, he smiles, you are quite the storyteller. He eyes you, and you realize that he is trying to gauge how honest you have been in your story. Emphis passes you the meal he has cooked, and you take it gratefully. As you eat, he talks, a natural exchange. Thank you, Sleeper. He looks around at the emptying market, but my time is done for today, and I do not want to keep you longer, so I will make a proposal. He gestures to the plastic boxes of ingredients stacked behind his stall. These are good enough for most, but someone told me a story that made me think. A couple of cycles ago, they said that across the gap in the Greenway, fresh mushrooms grow. Have you heard this? No. Neither had I, but I trust the one who told me. Emphis begins packing up his things. Can you bring me some? I cannot cross the gap, and I worry about leaving my things behind. He smiles. I am sure a storyteller like you could handle the trip. I will prepare them for you, and if you wish to tell it, be the audience for another story. Uh, you know what? Sure. Good, booms Emphas. Then I will wait for you to bring them. Emphas slides his walk away and straightens up. I will prepare a recipe then, Sleeper. Good luck with your foraging. You turn away and walk back into the main market, the rich taste of Emphas's food still lingering in your mouth. Stories for food. You think, a trade that seems more than fair. Okay. That was neat. So now we need to bring Emphas very specific mushrooms, I guess. Oh, see, yeah, they want very specific mushrooms. Emphas wants you to make this old recipe. He'll need 3 handfuls of roll caps, fresh and firm. We need to go find somewhere that we can work, because we need money, presumably. Oh god, whatever this hunter is gonna catch up to us in the next cycle. And we're waiting on this one. Remember, does ambergris pay us at all? Doesn't look like ambergris pays us. Oh, wait, did we get 50-50, or there's a 1 in 4 chance of something negative. Which, you know, I still want to know more. So I'm gonna roll, I'm gonna roll the dice as I keep saying, and 1 in 4 chance, 75%. We got this. No, always lucky. Let's go. All right, neutral outcome. That completed ship shape. So the ambergris doesn't look good, but time and attention should see it return to a functional state. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Ankita, stranded mercenary. Alright, Ankita is crouched in the computing core of the ambergris, swearing to herself when you enter. She doesn't look up. These shits completely ruined the core's connectors when they cut it. She holds up a thick fistful of ragged wires. The ship mind they ripped won't even be usable without replacing these. She throws a bundle of wires across the room. Amateurs. Can we repair it? There's nothing to repair. We need an entire ship mind. Not exactly the first thing you can expect to dredge up from a scrap freighter. She sighs. Fragments, maybe. Sections of a mind, but a complete ship mind? No way. Ankita climbs out of the cooling well where the ship mind should be. The space suddenly crowded with her on the same level as you, towering over you as she stoops beneath the low, curved ceiling. Come on. Nothing to be done here now. She leads you back through the guts of Amber. Though you could find the way back yourself, the repair process has left you familiar with the cutter's idiosyncratic layout. All diagonal angles and bundled tubes. So what do we do now? Ankita seems lost in thought, and you focus on the corridors, ducking below conduits and passing through bulkheads. Eventually, you arrive in the galley. Though it's hard to tell, most of the benches and prep surfaces are covered in half-stripped components and welded hull patches. Ankita shoves a box of filters to the floor and sits. There's no way around it. She starts out of nowhere. We need a new ship mine. I can salvage one. I like your confidence, Sleeper. Maybe if we check the Ord Exchange or speak to some scrap dealers. She rubs her forehead. It seems I'm about to do something very stupid. But hey, I came here, didn't I? Why not make a run of it? She fixes you with a hard stare. Sleeper, you're all I've got. No crew, no friends, you're it. She looks uncomfortable. I appreciate the time you've put in on the Amber, and I'm sure she would too, if she could. What I'm saying is, if you screw me on this, I will kill you. She leans over and hands you a stack of chits. A big stack of chits. You don't dare to count them. Get me that ship mine, Sleeper. Don't make me regret this. You won't. She sighs. Look, just get out of here before I change my mind. You slip out of the galley and head back towards the main lock. As you do, Amber growls and creaks like a caged animal. You reach a hand out to calm her. Time to find Ankita a ship mind. Somehow. Isn't that what we have? Oh, shoot. All we have is a ship mind fragment. How many ship mind fragments do we need? Oh, jeez. Okay, so she gave us, wow, she gave us like 100. Ooh, jeez. You could acquire a ship mine fragment. What was a ship mine for Amber. Better make sure to deliver. Okay, so does that mean there should be a ship mine? No, wait, that's the hunter thing. You don't have connections, but if you have ship folder notice, might be. We need to do something about this because this is not getting any better. Oh yeah, okay, the Ord Exchange. Play the exchange. Flow of chits and components in the exchange is complex. The thing is, I don't know where with the right tools and a few more fragments. So, where do we find the right tools? That's my biggest concern. Is like, I don't know where to find the right tools for this. We do need access. Like, I don't know what else is back here, but 60. We have the 60. So no one gets in without paying. I mean, I don't know how long this, you know, how much this toll works, but let's see what we get. You hand over the chits to the Yatagan enforcer, and he nods you through. Alright, what do we got back here? Ooh, we got that apartment that we were looking about. Whoa, wow, there's so much way back here. Oh, geez, there's so much way back here. Founder's Gap. Oh, wait, was the Founder's Gap where the mushrooms were? Holy, 150? 150 cryo? Jeez, man. Just getting what we had was really limited. Okay, free spoke. Spoke is layer after layer of dense urban fabric. The only way to explore is vertically. I am not entirely sure what we've got there. Low end. Ramshackle Residential District. Alright, so... No one knows you here. You'll need to change that if you want to access the residents and their facilities. So... I think we need to help that one down here. Also, I mean, we do have a pass key to get into this apartment complex, whatever the hell it is. You find the entrance to the apartment. Its passkey symbol obscured beneath layers of graffiti. Who lives here? That seems like a thing to find out. I click you. I click you. I click you and drag. Alright. Let's find out. Alright. The lock chunks open, the metal door swinging inward into the dark. Unit 207F. As you push the door open, the automatic lights flicker on inside the apartment. They reveal yellowing plastic panels, the curved shape of wall-mounted utility units, the detritus of a routine life arranged on every surface. You step inside, clicking the door shut behind. The amber light of the aging fixtures glaze everything with pale orange. The work surfaces hold a variety of objects, indistinct in the dull lighting. Pale blue light drifts from a doorway at the end of the room. Let's inspect them. Smudges through the thin layer of dust suggest a recent, rare and hurried visit. They trace a path to the water dispenser, the auto wash, then to a cabinet still half open. On the shelf sits an empty pill case. What's in the doorway? You cross the cramped utility room with its auto wash dispensers, water closet, towards the doorway. Through the doorway is a dark, warm room, lit only by the faint glow of a terminal screen. What's in the room? A bunk is tucked into the wall, the blankets ruffled. A wall desk glitters with rows of vials and containers. A briefcase lab sits open, loaded with rows of reagents and compounds you do not recognize. In comparison, this room is clean, ordered, and controlled. Let's approach the terminal. As you approach, there's a crackle from somewhere in the deep. Sleeper. Sabine's voice shakily echoes through the apartment. Welcome to my home. I am sorry I can't be there. I have had to make alternate arrangements. You hear rattling noises. Static. It's Sabine's apartment, okay? Or at least whatever this apartment is connected to Sabine, I guess. I was able to record this message, but I don't dare to show my face. Something is happening with Yadigan. I no longer trust them. Their voice becomes distinct, slipping behind the background noise. I have something to ask you. I want you to get me out. Yet again, we're supposed to hide me, to protect me, after everything happened. I was desperate, and then after that, I was too tired to care. A noise like waves passed over the recording, but I'm done with them now. I want out. Screw the debt. But I need insurance, something I can hold against them. I have my suspicions, but I can't be sure. I need information, and, as you know, you need me. Pause. Something clicking in the dark. This isn't a threat. You have to understand my position here. Another pause. I know sleepers. I have been here before. I can help you, but not with yet again's noose around my neck. Get me data, get me information, get me something that I can use against yet again. Then I can get out, and you can get what you need. Please. Waves of static cut into Sabine's voice. Bring it here to my terminal. I'll get to it when I can. You look around the tiny room and try to imagine Sabine living here, working at the desk, sleeping in the bunk, blinking into the terminal in the dark. The recording cuts to static, filling the room with its white hiss and silence. Access the terminal? You sit in front of the humming terminal and hit a few keys. Sabine has left the access port open, but the rest is encrypted, locked away behind passcodes. It seems Sabine might not trust you as much as they want you to think. Who does Sabine need to hide from, and what debt do they owe to Yadigan? You try to assemble the pieces, but too many are missing. The only thing you know is that without stabilizer, your body will die. You glance at the briefcase lab on the desk, its glassware glinting in the dark. You turn away and leave, the door clunking shut behind you. Back in the corridor, you notice scrawled graffiti of a blade on the opposite wall. Yadigan. You feel yourself being drawn into something you don't quite understand. Okay. That was something. 'Cause don't we have... Yeah, we have Yadigan data. Can we do something with that? Oh, we can. We can at least get a little bit of progress on this. Sabine's terminal sits open in the empty apartment, waiting for the next batch of data. I mean, we do have at least a little bit for her. Alright. We hacked him a little bit, and we got a little bit of progress there, so yeah. With enough data on yet again's activities, Sabine might be able to bargain for their freedom. Okay, so we got 2 1s, which not the best. Not great, really. Isn't this usually... Yeah, we can get money for this. So, I think we use our 5s on this, because it should fill this decently and get us some money. Because while we do have a little bit of money, we could use a little bit more. Alright, get a little bit of cryo. Bad is a 1. Really kind of bad. Okay. We're gonna have to hope that there's somewhere to use these 1s in the hunter zone. That gave us a little bit more money. I don't think we have anywhere else to use the 1. Let's see if in the hunter zone we've got anywhere for the 1s. Nope. No, we do have a match for this hunter nest. Let's go ahead and do it. It's not like we're going to have anywhere else to use it. Nest is tangled algorithms, recursively generating possible Solheim. hunter data, so we can feed that into the, what is it, vending machine? Okay, we've got faintly as it mines cryo at a glacial pace. So I don't know if this is going to give us, like, the chance at money, or if it's just something else. What is this? Dang it, it's a 2. We do not have a 2. Ooh, okay. Here's another Yataghan. Yeah, this is going to be another one of the Yataghans, I think. So here's the question. Do we want more Yataghan, or do we want whatever the keynote is? Because I don't know what this keynote is. Well, let's see what this is, because at least we know the Yataghan. Oh, that's okay. This is I should have taken the Yataghan, because yeah, this encrypted key is for maglocks. So yeah, that was probably not the best choice. My bad. Also, now the hunter is halfway awake again. Yeah, Yataghan there. And the other keynote stuff. So clearly there has to be more use for the encrypted at some point, somewhere. Okay. So let's... Nope, not that one. Where was it? Oh wait, the vending machine. Where's the vending machine? Do have one more to give to them. If I can even click and drag. Alright, that puts that one up to 2. And... Alright. This is gonna fill up on the next one, right? Alright, let's say we're almost up to 2 hours. I do need to go to bed to because I've got to take my car in to get an oil change and such in the morning. So I hate to leave it like a big cliffhanger for this, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and save it here, and then the next time we do this, we're gonna advance to the next cycle and then see what the hunted thing is. Because I don't want to start this without being able to actually go through it. This seems like another like major plot point, or you know, another major point that we want to know more about. So yeah, let's go ahead and go back to the menu. I mean, I am enjoying this. There is a lot going on. There's so many characters and so much odds and ends of story. All right. But yeah, a little bit shorter than some of the streams tonight, but I just wanted to do a little bit more of this. I want to try to maybe, I don't know, make this the Monday thing for the next little bit. The game is still free on Epic this week, so if you want to, you know, play it on your own, you know, play it on your own time, try it out, make some different choices, you know, get it on Epic this week. But yeah, I want to thank folks for watching. I do appreciate it. I want to give a shout out to the folks watching the VOD, whether it be on Twitch or on the YouTube archive. I do hope you enjoy the stream and you are able to catch a live one at some point. Follow the channel if you like, join Discord if you want. Both are great ways to keep track of when I do come online. You can sub to the channel here on Twitch. Helps keep the lights on, helps keep me in video games, super supportive, all that good stuff. Over on YouTube, like the video, comment, just let me know if you're enjoying this kind of thing. It's more text based, more me just reading to you for a couple hours. Let me know if you're enjoying that kind of thing. Like, comment, subscribe to all the YouTube things. I hear it helps. I don't even know. Next scheduled stream should be tomorrow night. We're gonna just keep pushing our way through more Shadowrun. Our guy is slowly figuring out things in the world. Also, we're getting to the point where we can like recruit people for missions occasionally. So that's kind of neat. But yeah, until next time, I do hope everybody's taking care of themselves with everything going on. I have been Somebody Nowhere. You have been amazing, and I do hope to see you next time. Ending screen. There you are. All right. Have a good night.